of we know that most of the people, working people, or in unorganized sector, their contribution to the GDP is 50 percentage. It reveals that they are all working in a low payment activity. That means low payment jobs are there for the unorganized sector workers. So we should increase the employment opportunities which can improve the contribution to the GDP. So how we have to improve the employment conditions, that we will come to know using the Gayatri example. Who is Gayatri here? Gayatri is a small farmer. She has only 2 hectares of unirrigated land. If government provides some money, or banks can provide credit for Gayatri, she can dig out a well. With that, she can irrigate the land. What is the land Gayatri have? Unirrigated land. That means irrigation is not available to the Gayatri. And she is a small farmer because she has only 2 hectares. So within the 2 hectares, without irrigation, she is cultivating only one crop. She want to get 2 crops in a year. For that, she need irrigational facilities. She is a small farmer and she doesn't have any what to call money which she can spend on irrigation. So to get money, that means to get the what financial assistance, government has to provide some loans. For that, the government should expand banking sector into the villages. So with the banks, she can get loan and dig out a well through which she can irrigate her land. So what happens if she irrigate her land? Now irrigation is there to the Gayatri land so that she can cultivate 2 crops. That means she can take second crop. What is that second crop? That is wheat. During the Rabi season, she can produce or cultivate wheat with the help of irrigation. Right? For example, in 1 hectare, which is 2.5 acres, she can produce, that is cultivate wheat. And this wheat can give employment for 2 people for 50 days. 50 days, the 2 people are getting employment in Gayatri's land, okay, with the help of irrigation. Okay, what is the work they have in 50 days? It is sowing, watering, fertilizer application, and harvesting. So 2 more family members can be employed in our own field. Earlier, Gayatri and some 2 workers worked in this 2 hectares of land. And later, with the provision of irrigation, she can provide work for another 2 family members. So what happened here? If irrigation is provided in many of the villages, then many small farmers can cultivate a second crop. So provision of irrigation can generate work for the people, that is work for the agriculture people for the second crop. So as the work is extended, employment is extended. So employment is generated with the help of irrigation in villages for the small farmers like a Gayatri. This is one way of generating employment, okay, with the provision of irrigation. Second is that small dams have to be constructed, because if dams are constructed, they may provide irrigation to these small fields like a Gayatri. And for the construction of dams, there is requirement of labors. So those who are unemployed in rural area, they find work in construction of the dams and canals. So this also generating the employment within the agriculture sector, okay, and reduces the underemployment. What is underemployment? Where we find it is a situation where we find more number of people working than required. So many of the people working in agriculture sector now shift to the another work, that is construction of dams and canals. So in this way, the underemployment in agriculture sector can be reduced. The extra workers whose work is nil in agriculture sector, they find a new work, that is construction of the dams. So their employment is generated. So contribution to the GDP also increases instant. So in a Gayatri example, we have seen that many of the small farmers in India are not able to produce or cultivate a second crop. So if irrigation is provided with the construction of the dams, many of the small farmers like Gayatri can produce second crop that can generate employment, okay. And many of the villages does not have good network of roads. They do not have good network of roads. So another thing, that whatever the products produced in the villages, they are not able to come to the towns because of a poor network of roads. So what is required here? There is a requirement of good transport facilities, so that what happens, if good transport facilities are there, some people can buy trucks, that is mini trucks, mini vans, with a self employment. They can come to the rural area and take that products selling in the town area. So many of the villages in rural area do not have good transport facilities. They do not have good network of roads. If roads are provided, that means if the government construct a good network of roads, it allows many of the mini trucks into the villages. So people can buy mini trucks taking the loan from the banks, and they can give service to these small farmers, sending their products into the towns. So transport system is required in villages. So the government have to invest some money in the transportation. So when government invest money in the construction of roads, employment is generated, okay. And people, those who are unemployed, they can buy mini trucks by taking loan from the banks, and can do their work of transporting the materials from rural area to town area. So many people can find self employment in transportation by buying the water mini trucks, okay. So this activity can generate employment. See, in rural area, there is a production of various crops, cultivation of various crops, and production of various goods. And these products and crops have to be sold in town area. So what is required here? These produced items should come to the town area. So there they need water transport facilities. So transport facilities helps connecting the water town area and villages. So the products which are produced in a rural area are giving employment for many unemployed people in transport facilities. So this is called productive employment. We call it productive employment. Okay, it is not only helping for the farmers but also helping for the unemployed people in transport and trade. Okay, this is the what is service activity. Okay, and another thing is that, does Gayatri is confined to only irrigation? No, she is a small farmer. She does not have any capital with her. She want a loan from the bank to buy the water seeds and fertilizers and many more agricultural equipments. That means tractor is needed for harvesting. Harvesting machine is needed. For sowing the seeds, some machines are needed. Pump sets are needed to extract water from the well. So for all these things, she need water capital. But she is a small farmer. Gayatri is a small farmer. She need fertilizers, agriculture equipments, and pump sets. For all these things, she need what capital, but such a capital is not there with her because she is a poor farmer. She cannot buy all these things. So what is needed? She need capital. So she will depend on a money lender who charges high rate of interest, right? So with a high rate of interest, small farmers like a Gayatri cannot survive. They have to suffer with a high rate of interest. They may fall in a debt trap. So to protect these small farmers from the money lenders, government should expand credit in rural area. That means many more branches of the banks have to be established in rural area. With that, loans have to be given to the farmers at a cheap rate, right? That is a 25 paisa interest rate. The Telangana government is giving Raitu Bandhu scheme, and giving subsidies on the loans, right? So there is a requirement of credit facilities to the small farmers. So when credit facilities are provided, many of the small farmers who left their small piece of plot idle, they can come forward cultivating the crops. So this can generate employment instead. And another way of looking to this unemployment problem is that we can generate employment by allowing the some small scale industries in a rural area, that in rural and semi rural areas, where we can allow by giving loans to the small scale industries. Some local industries and services can be allowed. Okay, for example, we know that many of the small farmers are growing millets, and these millets can be converted into flour. So what is required there? There is a requirement of flour mills. So government should expand loans to the people for establishing flour mills in rural area. If flour mills are established with the loans of the bank, many people find employment. And some farmers are need of cold storage facilities for their crops like chilies and onions. So to store their crops in godowns, government should construct cold storages. With the help of cold storages, many farmers can store their crops in the cold storages, and they can sell in the market when the price is good. And in many villages, we find nearby the forest people collecting the honey, right? We should establish honey collecting centers where people can come and sell honey. So this is also possible in a rural area, generating the employment. And establishment of industries in rural area which can process the vegetables into the pickles, mango pickles, uh, then lemon pickles, tomato pickles. These can be processed in a rural area with the establishment of processing units, which provides employment. Okay, so many small scale industries can be established in rural and semi rural areas. Okay, in this way, the employment can be generated. Okay, and it is not only enough in generating the employment. Along with the generating of employment, it is essential to improve the skills of the workers. That means many of the workers should go for enhancing their skills how to operate machines. Okay, so in this way the employment can be generated in a rural area.